What is up, Mavs fans and hoop heads? Wish everyone good vibes out there. I'm AG, your host. Welcome on into another episode of Mavs Rundown. Appreciate you all for listening. And man, you joined me on an epic, awesome, historic night where the Mavs defeat the Knicks 126 to 121 in overtime. No JB return. He was out tonight, unfortunately. But Mavs are led tonight behind a Luka Doncic 60-point, 21 rebound, and 10 assists, along with 2 steals and 1 block. Point night, or game, whatever you I said point after all that, after all the stats. But man, what a crazy night. This is this is the first 60 point, 20 rebound triple double in NBA history. The only other 60-point triple-double was by James Harden, so of course Luka had to up that and make it a 60-point, 20-rebound triple-double. But amazing game by him, 60 points, 21 to 31, 2 of 6 from 3, 16 of 22 from the free throw line. I'm definitely glad I'm going to have to had to restart this pod real quick because I was trying to explain the ending of this game, and it was just not justifiable the way I was doing it. So I'm definitely glad. If you missed the end of this game, you need to go back and check it. Basically, to sum up the first half, because it was all that, and even the third quarter was really a blur for the Mavs. It was not. It was one of those where you don't. It was a night to not remember for the Mavs going into that fourth quarter. Even with like 6 minutes. Well, no, with like 1 minute left in the game, there was, barely hope. But within the first minutes of the game, RJ goes out. Oh, and this game, I didn't even mention. I mentioned no JB for the Knicks, and for the Mavericks, no Dodo in this game. We did have no Josh Green, and of course no Maxey. But we did get Frank, and Kemba was back tonight. And we started the lineup of Luka, Spence, Tim Hardaway, Seawood, and Dwight Powell to start next to Seawood. So moves Reggie to the bench. And anyway, going into the first half, RJ Barrett goes out within the first minute with like a cut to his hand. So that was kind of a good thing for the Mavs. Luckily, we didn't have to go against him either. Randall gets 3 fouls early or in the third, but we weren't able to capitalize that at all throughout this game, get him in major foul trouble. But end of the first quarter, Knicks are up 30-28, and they're just being the aggressors, attacking the paint. Randall and then Mitchell even inside on like Wood and stuff. They were just being the aggressor, and of course attacking into the paint. They were kicking out to the 3-point guys, the open shooters, and they were being confident and knocking down their shots. I mean, gotta give them credit where credit is due. End of one, Luka did have 16. Second quarter, kind of the same story. Mavs just not hitting their shots, and of course when they're not hitting their shots, defense starts lacking. And when you're missing your main 3 perimeter defenders, defense is really hard because it was really hard for the Mavs to stop dribble penetration tonight. Anytime the guard wanted to get into the paint or get past that first initial defender, he was pretty much going to do it. So halftime, Knicks are up 63-55. They were shooting 52% from the field, 42% from 3. They had 11 threes at halftime, 11-26. The Mavs were shooting only 44% from the field and 28 from 3. Only 7 of 25, just not good. Of course, just not hitting our shots. Luka still had 22, 6, and 4 at half. Seawood had 14, 7, and 2, trying to contribute. Tim, 8 points, 2 of 5 from 3 at half. As I said, Julius Randle was going off. He had 16 and 10 at the half. Quentin Grimes had 15 at the half, 4 of 7 from 3, 4 threes on us. And Emmanuel quickly was just carving us up too. I didn't even realize he had so many assists, but then at halftime he had 8 points, two rebounds, and 11 assists. So he was carving us up. He was making the right play and making the Mavs pay. End of 3, third starts basically the same story. End of third, 92-82. just weren't shots weren't falling. Obviously, weren't stopping the penetration. And we weren't even attacking like the guys that have 3 fouls on their team, like Randall and stuff. So it was kind of frustrating to watch. Mavs make a little run, go up, cut down the lead 99-95 with like 6 minutes left. I wrote that down. Then got a little bit frustrated after that because then if you're watching the game, it was like, man, we couldn't get crucial rebounds, couldn't get crucial stops. It just seemed like this Knicks team was very aggressive tonight. They wanted this win more. And then, by some grace of the basketball gods, like with a minute left, like 2 minutes or 3 minutes left, like the Mavs just start making a comeback. And here, let's get it at 2:52. It was a 106-97. That's a 9 point game. Let me see if there's another 9 point. Yeah, it is right here. At 1:45, Julius Randle makes a layup, and it is a 9 point game, 108-99, with 1 minute 45 seconds. And at that point, at this late in the juncture, as Harp would say, at that juncture at 1:45, it was not well for the Mavs. And then out of nowhere, with less than a minute left, Luka makes a shot with 57 seconds left that starts a run for the Mavs that cannot be explained on this podcast because I tried before and re-listening real quick. It was not so well. But basically, Mavs are able to hit some shots. Luka makes a couple layups. They miss. They hit a couple free throws. Christian Wood makes a big three down the stretch. They get a miss or a turnover or something like that. Luka makes, of course, making another shot. It's gonna be a theme of the night, hearing that. Uh, Luka makes a shot, gets an and one. Uh, it makes a free throw with 15 seconds left and make it 112 to 109 when he gets this and one. And it's a 3 point game, and you're just like, holy crap, we are now in this ball game. It's a 3 point game. Like, what is going on? And so Mavs get the ball, or, the Knicks get the ball in, and we foul uh, Miles McBride. I almost want to call him Danny McBride. That's the actor. But Miles McBride, who is the only, basically in theory, the guy that you should be fouling. He hasn't done so well. Hasn't shot that many free throws, but only made like 5 of 9 before this game or something like that. So was the only guy on the floor that you'd really want to foul. And I think he had knocked some down earlier. Yeah, just earlier with 30 seconds left. But they tried the same thing again, and this time with 15 seconds left, they foul him, or is it with 11 seconds left when they foul him? He misses the first free throw when the Mavs are down 3, so he misses the first free throw. So that gave the crowd even more. Oh my gosh, roar, and then he makes the second to make it 113 to 109, puts him up by 4. Right. Well, we come down. Mavs call timeout. A great inbound play where it's kind of like a quick give off. Luka kind of like Luka inbounded it, got the ball back, had Spencer come around the side. Luka just easily passed it off. Spencer had a nice little area where he could, had. I'm explaining this so terrible right now because I'm so excited. So excited. Basically, Luka did a little handoff pass to Spencer for him to make a pull up three in the left wing, and he just fucking drained that shit from 27 to make this a 1 point game, 113 to 112. So big shot by Seawood, obviously Luka in this game, but big shot by Seawood also, and then a big shot by Spencer. So the other two guys, basically, your other two big scoring guys besides, Tim, we all know is like that flamethrower on and off, but your consistent scorer, those two guys stepping up in this fourth quarter is good to see. But yeah, Spencer hitting that shot, making it a 1 point game was huge. All the momentum was really riding on the Mavericks side at this point. You're just thinking like, man, even if they make both these free throws, we could still have a chance to we're gonna have some time to tie this thing up or something, or play the free throws until we get a shot. And so all the momentum's riding. And then, of course, Mavs, the Knicks get the ball. We foul Miles McBride. Again, it's just crazy. He makes the first and he makes the second. He actually makes both this time. But I think that one that he missed was very crucial. If he would have made that, it would be a 116, 112 game. And what happens next wouldn't have happened. So basically, he makes that free throw. Mavs come down. They foul Luka Doncic, and he makes the first free throw. Then he misses with 4 seconds left. That he tries to drive up the court, and you're thinking he's gonna try make like a pull up three or a step back. Well, they do the smart thing in fouling him. Well, I guess if you think that's the smart thing, old school coach would just be like play it out. But new tactics would be, foul him before they could take a chance for a three, and then you play the free throw game. Well, they chose to foul before he can get a shot attempt up. And of course, they're in the bonus, so that makes him, Luka go to the free throw line to shoot two free throws instead of getting an attempt to, for three to tie it up. So he goes to the free throw line, right? We're down by three, 115 to 112. He makes the first one, 115, 113. I think with that, he had 51 points at that point. So I think tied his career high. The enter JaVale McGee comes in for Dwight Powell at that point. It was pretty crazy to see him come in at the last day, but hey, we needed all of it. Second free throw, if you haven't seen it, man, he misses intentionally. The ball comes off. It gets tipped around by Christian Wood, like Julius Randle kind of area on the free throw line. Then it on the right side of the free throw line. Because Luka tries to miss it intentionally where he hits the back of the rim and makes it come right back at him. Almost did a really good job, but obviously did a good job, but almost got it like right back to him. If you just, I know he's probably practiced that a lot, and I wouldn't have been surprised if he was able to hit it perfectly and make it come bounce right back at him and just like take another free throw for a game winner, game sealer, whatever. But anyway, so he misses. He misses the second intentionally. It bounces off, comes off the right side, gets tipped over to the left side where two Knicks players, I think it was McBride and someone else, like tipped the ball. Like, they're both going for the rebound, but they both tip it up in the air. And it goes backwards where Luka's running in from the free throw line, jumps up, catches it midair after they tip it, and, shoots it up. Basically, a tip-in shot right there. And, fucking Luka magic happens. He drains that shit, ties the game up with a second left. They have to make a 1 second heave, no timeout, so they just have to throw it up. Of course, it's way off, and that ends up tying the game and making this go into overtime. But in a holy shit moment, because this Mavs team was definitely not supposed to win before that. If you were watching this game, this was definitely a New York Knicks win. All the way to that last minute. It was really crazy. Then you go into overtime, and honestly, overtime was essentially like the free throw battle, believe it or not. And the Mavs won. Mavs, free throws haven't been their strong suit, put it that way. Getting to the line we can do, but making them hasn't been our strong suit. And we were able to do that. The Knicks were 2 of 6 from the free throw line in overtime. The Mavs were 5 of 6, and the reason free throws were so crucial was because both teams hadn't made a field goal like the whole overtime. Let me see, the Luka finally stops that whole momentum of no field goals in the overtime. Hold on, let me see, right with a minute left, he finally is when Luka hits a midi fadeaway from about the right corner of the block. And man, it was awesome. It was a game sealer. And that tip in that he made at the to tie the game up at the end of the fourth, that was his 53rd point, which tied or that was his career high, and it tied I think Dirk for the most in franchise. And then we go to overtime. Then it's the free throw battle, and Luka hits that field goal in OT with a minute left. It was that midi that put him up to 58. So you're just like, oh my gosh, I hope he gets 60. And then we get a stop, and then Luka of course gets the rebound, and then boom, he gets fouled. And you're just like, oh shit, like he's gonna get the free throws. And oh wait, no, they didn't even get a stop. Mitchell made a tip in. That's what it was. But then Julius Randle, of course, they had to play the foul game. Fouls Luka, goes to the free throw line for number 59 and 60. And you're just like, oh my gosh, please get this 60 burger. And he fucking drains both of them like the MVP. And then after that, he basically got called out of the game. And that's pretty much the end of the OT, man. Mavs win 126 to 121. I'm sorry if I did not explain that so superly well and eloquently, but I am still juiced up. This was an awesome win. It looked like a very frustrating night. It was going to be a frustrating loss, you know, as a fan to watch this, but good to see the Mavs pull this together. Luka just kind of put the team on his fucking back and just carry us to this epic win in a historic fashion. No one's ever done this. Not Wilt, not Elgin, not Oscar. Nobody has ever put up a fucking 60 point, 20 rebound, triple double. And our guy, Luka Doncic, at the age of fucking, what, 23 is he? I think he's like 23, not even 24 yet. And just, rewriting NBA history, putting his name all over it. Just amazing. Great game by the Mavs. Oh, man, I'm still juiced up about this. It makes us 19 to 16 on the season. Good momentum moving forward. We wanted to build. We're finally 2 games above 500. Did not want to fall back down to wavering above, with 500. So it's good that we're able to keep this streak alive. That's 4 in a row now, and we have a chance to extend it with the next 3 games. The next one is Thursday versus Houston at home at 7:30. Then we play New Year's Eve, Saturday, December 31st. It's at San Antonio at 6 p.m. And then we play Monday, January 2nd at Houston at 7 p.m. So these next 3 games, we don't want to look at them too easy. But if the Mavs can really buckle down and take care of business in these next 3 games, that really puts the Mavs, basically at 22 and 16 going to play Boston January 5th, 6:30 on the TNT night. So, puts us in better position going forward. This is a good stretch for the guys, especially playing without basically their best perimeter defenders right now, who we really need out there. But good to see that these Mavs are keeping it afloat. Lucas, doing fucking amazing things. Good night from Seawood too. He had 14 at the half. He had finished with 19 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, 7 of 15 from the field, 3 of 9 from 3. Tim Hardaway had 11 points, 4 of 15, 3 of 11, kind of struggled, but made some when we really needed it, though. Definitely give him credit on that, but yeah, not his best shooting night. Still had 5 rebounds and assists. Dwight Powell only had 2 points, but was a plus 10 in his 31 minutes. Good, have somebody at least, move around, agile to keep up with like Randall and whatnot. But man, Randall was like not seeing him on whenever he shot threes. He was just draining threes over Powell like nothing. Good to see Spencer Dinwiddie with a 25 piece. I like that. 25 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists for Spencer. What a great game from him. Very efficient. 9 of 15 from the field, 3 of 8 from 3, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. That's what I want to see from Spencer. More, at least like 15 attempts, man. Like, I like the spread, especially with the guys that we got right now. It's a good spread. Maybe, Bullock get you some more attempts, get you going in December. You thought he drained like the first 3 of the game. You're thinking like, oh, the new Reggie's here, but he was 1 of 7 tonight, only 3 points. The worst plus minus on the team. He had minus 12 in his minutes. Bertans, live in laser. He had 5 points, 2 rebounds. JaVale McGee had, his 3 minutes that he played right at the end of the game. He was a plus 4. He was that's good to see him at least be a plus on the feet. Can't even give him a stat. He had 0 points. He had 1 rebound, but hey, he was a plus on the court while he was there. Kimba only 5 minutes, didn't really do nothing, only 1 point. I don't know why Frank Ntilikina got more than Kimba Walker. He got 7 minutes compared to Kimba's 5. I'm kind of done with Frank, man. And then Wright, man, I've said before I like his little game and stuff, but I'm not on this team. I'm not consistently in games that we need, good minutes from other guys. Like, it sucks, but they had to play their starting five tonight, except for Dwight Powell over 40 minutes. Even Seawood got 40 minutes. Dwight Powell got 31, though, and then it was tough, man. So we're going to get some of these guys healthy. Hopefully, maybe some transactions are coming soon to get Luka some help. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I got for you here. Next game, again, as I said, is Thursday, December 29th. It'll be versus Houston at 7:30. So y'all get ready to check that one out. That's pretty much it. If you want to follow on Twitter, it's at Mavs_rundown. The Mavs Rundown is free on YouTube, along with Spotify. I'm AG. Thanks for listening. Remember, cool heads prevail, and I'll see y'all next time with the Mavs Rundown.